Walk Out West.
Oh yeah, IV. Just ran to the street. And like I said, when I was like, man, you do another group album, I said, man, the only way I do a group album is if I can get IV, MT, AO,
Ooh,
and I'll do a group album.
that would be dope. That would be dope.
And I mean, you know, it might even throw Nove in there for good measure.
Welcome to another episode of the Presidential Executive Podcast, episode 34.
The Charles Barkley episode.
Charles Barkley. I forgot
Chuck.
about that.
We had the good old Scottie Pippen episode last week. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now we got the good Chuck episode this week.
We got the good Chuck episode, man. So, y'all continue to subscribe to us on all the podcast platforms, y'all. I don't have to put it all in there, but you know, everywhere that you get your podcast, that's where you can hear us at. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Actually, while you're at it, go ahead and like this video right now. If you listen to on podcast platforms, look in the actual description of the actual podcast and you can click the link and you can watch us also on our YouTube page, ThePrezEx. That's ThePrezEx TV on YouTube. So, Rag, you had a little shout out, man.
Yeah, man. I told him I was giving him a shout out as we speak, man. Shout out to my kinfolk, my cousin Wesley P. Scott the fourth. He texted me. He was like, Cinco has arrived. So my nephew, you know what I'm saying, little cousin, but I call him nephew, you know what I'm saying, Wesley P. Scott the fifth was born, healthy baby boy. You know what I'm saying? I got to send out his mom and tell you, I always do the Michael B. Jordan. Hey, auntie, I send that every time she,
Right.
you know, comment on my posts and stuff, but I'm happy for them. You know, that's their first grandchild, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm happy for them. And like I said, this is my kinfolk first kid, man, baby boy, healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They recently moved out to Dallas, so man, I'm happy for them.
IV.
You know what I'm saying? Salute.
Yeah, man. Always good brother, man. Talented,
Man,
too.
definitely, man.
On
Whether
the
it be on the mic,
on the-
producing, on the boards,
all
engineering.
that. This is smart too.
Mhm.
Smart dude.
Mm.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Had conversations with him. I remember he was on the health tip. He gave me a book that time.
Yeah.
Plant based stuff.
Right.
You know, all the stuff he was on, man. But
I don't think he's a vegan no more though.
yes.
I don't think that thing's over with.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not either.
You know what I'm saying? Meat is godly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It
okay.
is.
Yeah, meat
God put this on the earth for you and for me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So,
But no, man, congrats though. I'm proud of
congrats, my guy. Like, I was telling him, you know, off camera, like, you know, your first child, you know what I'm saying? You probably have a whole different perspective on life, and you know, yeah, salute to you, bro.
Yeah, no, well, you know, y'all situation it's different from my situation.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my joy, that's my twin, that's my headache. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know, when I see her make a new video and she dancing, like I'm proud and horrified at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like I have never been so proud and so horrified at the same time. Like whatever that feeling is, where it's like I'm happy and distraught at the same time. Right. It's like that's it. But man, no, I love my baby girl, man, and it's just, man, like now. Last night, man, I was going to sleep and I was praying. I was just thinking about, like, man, you know what? I would give anything to go back to when I, you know, could just hold her in my arms and walk her around. And like, you remember how it was, you know, I used to have her come to church with me and, you know, she didn't want to let me go and like all that. Like now she don't want to look at me too long, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, I just remember that and I wish I could go back to that, you know, but like it's just nothing like that first one. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So yeah, shout out to that, man. Let's go ahead and get into this.
What we got on the good docket tonight?
On this actual episode here. This episode, actually, I think you sent it to me, but I actually saw this first from Stack Jack.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The the phrases that have an undertone of hating. I saw this actually on his page, and like I said, I mess with Jack, but Jack,
and I didn't see it on his page. It's actually a homegirl of mine. She's a nurse, but she posted it on her page, and so like this ain't gonna be like the joint we did last week. I want to say last week I think we went 7 for 7.
We did.
I don't think it's gonna be like that this week.
No, this is definitely gonna be
different. Because I'm like a lot of this stuff I'm seeing on these 8 phrases that I see. Yeah, like I disagree with at least 5 of them.
At least.
You know what I'm saying?
I can say at least. It probably more when I just looked at it and glanced at it, because when I
the first one, like you know what I'm saying, like that's
right.
That's my thing. Like I've been saying that, so it's like, and you know me, like I ain't no. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like if I like you, it ain't no compliment coming with it. Like I'm gonna just dislike. You know, if I hate you, I'm gonna tell you I hate you. Like it's not a compliment coming with the hate. Like
because when I look at this. And I looked at Stack Jack. He kind of the one kind of promoted it and was like, these phrases kind of like your undertone. But then on the slick side, I was like, really on the slick, if you thinking these phrases that are undertone of hating, these are kind of for you who think that. These are kind of undertones of insecurities.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, just to be real.
And like I said, it's a couple of them that could. Yeah. But like we say this all the time, context is king. Context is everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so like the way that something is said, when it's said, how it's said, who's it coming from, like the tone of their voice, their body language. You know what I'm saying? Like that, determines whether or not somebody's being a hater.
Right. I think we talked about this before. Like it's like people, use the word hate. Ain't nobody hating on you.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just
that means I dislike you.
Right.
Or no, that's deeper than dislike. Like I despise you.
Yeah.
Like so like what we got? What's the first thing that supposedly has an undertone of hating?
Number one, it says these are phrases. So I'm gonna say it like you saying to somebody else. Like I want to be like you when I grow up. You know what I'm saying?
So we gonna go on and drop the poop emoji right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you already like. What do I always say? Like when I see you do something, you know me. Anybody who knows me know. And if you remember, I posted once the Looney Tunes thing where it had the Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, and it was like how black people greet each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's going on? Shit, you got it. It's like, no, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
Right.
That ain't, and both of the dudes was like fly, you know what I'm saying? Like they both had their fly gear on, and they were complimenting each other. And I actually had a conversation with a guy I work with today, and I was telling him, I was like, man, I said, I see you, and I said it just like this. I said, man, you see bullshit every day. I said, man, you ain't never fake. I said, you walk around here, you smiling. I said, man, you happy. I said, and I said, some of the stuff that is BS. But you don't let it phase you. I said, when I tell you I'm trying to be like you, I said, because y'all know when I don't like something. I was like, because it's all like John Cena, like, oh, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all in the face, my body language. Like I said, there's a couple times y'all done had to pull me aside and ask me, was I all right? Like, we don't want you to, like, man, you look like you was finna snap. You look like you was finna lose it. And I wasn't finna lose it, but you could see that I was displeased. So when I look at you and I see your composure and the way you carry yourself, I want to be like that. And I made a joke, and one of my coworkers, I ain't going to say his name because I don't know if he ever watches or not. And I ain't even going to say what I call him because then everybody else going to know who I'm talking about. But I said, I don't never tell him I want to be like him when I grow up. I said, because there's nothing about him I want to be like. It's nothing about him I want to emulate, imitate, copy, motivated by, inspired by. It is nothing attractive or appealing about anything he does, which is why I will never tell him I want to be like him when I grow up.
Right.
But like when I saw you, when you showed me the crib, I'm like, man, I'm trying to get like you and guess what? I'm still trying.
Right. And when I look at this, I'm trying to get into a mindset like how would I think that this is hating though? Like even an undertone of it, like even if somebody being fake about it, like but at least like they're putting it out there. Like if they're quote unquote hating, like they're trying, to big up you.
Right.
Kind of at the same time. So it's like I don't even see an undertone, kind of even with this phrase, personally. So
I mean, have you said something similar to that? Like, cause
Yeah.
everybody might not say I want to be like you when you grow up, but what would be the equivalent of that?
Well, you know, even in the black community, you know, we know we don't say I want to be. I'm trying to be like you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a phrase. Just
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, man, how you doing, bro? I'm trying to be like you.
Or you know my old time, man, you got it.
Right. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you do. I'm trying to get
right. I'm trying to be like you,
man. If I had your hand, I cut mine off. Like, you know,
right. And so you can say somebody is embellishing or trying to put on, but hate though.
No, I don't think it's hate.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
again, I think it depends on the tone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Like, then yeah, that's a hater.
Yeah.
But like somebody legit, cause like it's times you done said stuff, and I like when I look at your face and you have a legit smile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you legit be following up with me on stuff. Then I know like that's genuine love. So like, nah, we gonna have to get at the poop.
Yeah.
The big old crap.
That's a flag on the play on that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, you got that right.
All right, the second one is what's up big time or what's up Hollywood? I would have to well, I ask you. I'll let you take this one in terms of I'll let you go first. What do you think about that? Do you see that as an undertone of hating or dissing or clowning?
I kind of see this kind of like number 1. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? What's up big time? Like even if you want to say it's hate, it's like they still bigging you up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of giving you props or something like that. Like to me, it's like I said, this could be an undertone on the other side of insecurity. You know what I'm saying? What you mean big time? What you mean Hollywood? You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it big. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So now on the other side, it's like you're kind of being insecure of him just, you know, saying big time, or are you just trying to, you know what I'm saying, pump up my head or something like that.
Right, gas me up.
You don't really mean it. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to say that to make me something. It's like you can go too deep in it and, you know what I'm saying, kind of go too far, but I don't. With this, I can maybe see a little bit more than number 1 being maybe of an undertone. You know what I'm saying? But generally, no.
Okay, because I'll give you an example. Like, so EJ right now is the one that's doing a lot of sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basketball, now football.
Yep.
Was he doing martial arts?
Yeah, he did karate. Yeah.
So he's you letting him kind of try his hand to see. And I know when he can maneuver and stuff, you probably gonna have a tennis racket glued to his hand.
You know, tennis.
And even if they choose not to do it, they are gonna know how to play. I know that's in the DNA.
Yes.
But like if he hit a game-winning shot, and you tell him, "Good shot, big time,"
right? You're
not. That's your son,
right? You
know what I'm saying? Like, and I use an example. You know, our boy B Hop. I used to call my nickname for him was, and he only answered to it for me. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like when if he called me, hit me up, man, it's your boy. Like I used to call him Easy Money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, man, look, I said, man, I just see it on you. You know, you guarantee, man, you going to do big things, man. You easy money out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so to this day, like when he called me, man, it's your boy. He don't say this B. He don't say this B Hop. He don't say this B Hobson. He don't say this Brian. He said, man, it's your boy Easy Money.
Okay.
And when I see him or I tell him, I be like, Easy Money, what he do? Like, cause, and again, he doing big things out here.
Yeah.
Like, and I said this when we was, I want to say he was like 13, I was 15. You know what I'm saying? But I spoke it. He received it. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, no hate there. That's my boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we was staying in South Memphis, we had this house in South Memphis, me and Paco. Like he was going to move in because we knew like Paco was going, you know, trying to go to school in Cali or whatever. So he was going to move in with me in the house in South Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine like we was, man, stupid young at the time. I'm like 21. He was like 19. Like he was going to move. But that's my guy.
Yeah.
Well, no hate.
Yeah.
So now again, like I feel what you're saying. Like if somebody could say it, the tone of their voice, and I give you another one. It's a chick I work with at where I work at.
Right.
And her nickname, everybody calls her Hollywood. If you saw her, you would understand why. Mm-hmm. She's not losing out here.
Right.
You know, she's doing what she, and she carries herself like that though. Not arrogant or cocky, but she carries herself in a way that makes people look like she got it going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so even if she didn't have a good day, like she carries herself in such a way, like she got it going on even when she say like, oh, I ain't doing none of that, but like you still carry yourself like that. Nobody says it in a spiteful or mean way. And she respond and like she even like in speaking of herself in third, oh, Hollywood ain't finna do that. Like, but she cared. Nobody does it in a decent way. So I would have to we got to give that another flag on the play poop at the bottom of the screen, because like I said, even when people like they don't necessarily say big time in Hollywood, but like when people say, what's up, Prez?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, Deacon Black? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, String? Like, what's up, Bones? What's up? Like, they ain't dissing. Right. It's like a nickname. Like it references something that you do. You carry yourself in a certain way. Now, if I said, what's up, little bitch? Like, okay, yeah, I'm hating. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's up, little thought? Like, okay, yeah,
and
I'm
I
hating.
can see something like that. Like but this is not even in the term. Like these are the phrases. Like you said, what's up, big time? And then he gone by this business. He walking. Oh, this sucker nigga, man. You remember this nigga we saw this dude last week. You know what I'm saying? Trying to talk to my girl. You know what I'm saying? But you greeted him being like, what's up, big time? What's up, Hollywood? Yeah. And then as soon as he leaves, you like, oh, this nigga be hating. He a little sucker. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not even in the phrase that you just said. Right. That's after he left and you kind of, you know what I'm saying? Now you hating. Now you kind of down on him. You know what I'm saying? So, So yeah, I'm with you on this.
And it's just like, but think about it like this. And like you talked about the insecurities and stuff like that. Like, you know, if you commit certain crimes, depending on your degree of punishment depends on your intention. So now if you don't intend to do something, like if you accidentally kill somebody, you're not going to get charged with first degree murder. Like you might get a manslaughter because your intention, you did something reckless, but you weren't trying to hurt anybody. And it just so happened that somebody got hurt as a byproduct. But it's like, no, we can't give you first degree. We can't give you murder 1 because your intent wasn't it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or that's self-defense. We can't give you murder 1 because you didn't go out and try to take somebody's life. You was trying to protect your own, like the intention. So people can take stuff wrong, but what's the intention?
Yep. Perfect. And this next one, you know, these are kind of, honestly, these are kind of like black phrases almost in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it didn't, you know, say that, but number 3 says must be nice.
Okay, so now I guess we can drop a scale down for this one, because I guess it just depends on what it said. Like because it could go either way.
Right. Yep.
Because it could go either way. For example, if you was like man, Shay, you gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, yeah, man, I gotta go to work. And be like, man, I'm off. And I'm like, man, must be nice. Right. I'm saying like, I don't know what you're going to experience because I'm going to be at work. Right. It's not hating on you. It's like, I'm thinking about my situation. Right. And in comparison, when I juxtapose your situation to my situation, like, dang, your situation a lot better than my situation. I'm not hating. It's just like, man, your situation sounds a lot better than mine.
But I can see though, how this could be.
So give me the hating example.
The hating example would be like, be like, must be nice, kind of implying just like, well, nigga, I'm grinding over here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, I'm off. You always off. You know what I'm saying?
Or like for a dude, I guess, that didn't have a job.
Right.
So then you could be like, or maybe he was an entrepreneur. Must be nice. Like,
yeah. Be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm waking up, be like, bro, like you, like, people that are, naturally fit, you know what I'm saying, the low metabolism, high metabolism, however you want to say it, like, you know what I'm saying, but somebody got to work out every day. Right. They kind of get their stuff, be like, hey, must be nice.
Yeah, that could have an undertone, which is why we put the scales, because I guess it would depend on how it's said or the context of the conversation.
I think this is the first one that I would be like, I can maybe see.
Okay. Which is why, like I said, that's why we put the scales down there. Yeah. I'd be glad when we get the edit in person, so you won't have to do all this. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of boo-boos and scales and everything.
We'll have to see. We had to wait. So what's that number 4?
Number 4 is you lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first. So this is what we'll do, I guess, for this one. You have somebody like hitting a home run or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this, the first home run.
Okay.
Because that is one that, like, generally, if somebody's saying it's as if, depending on what you're talking about, it's as if you didn't put any work or skill or dedication into what you're doing, and it's just like it just fell into your lap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And unless you're talking to somebody, like you said, that really don't just do nothing, or like you got a trust fund, you know what I'm saying, man, you lucky. Like, okay, yeah, in that sense, but like if I'm working my ass off and somebody like, man, you lucky, man, yeah, I just got this promotion, man, you lucky. Like, no, I've been working. Like you talked about last week when you talked about how people were mad at you. You went to college, got your degree. Like you said, you was working at FedEx, then you get the job, and then you was the youngest person to get promoted. And then you got people doing this stuff, and it's like, but you started at the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, man, you lucky. No, you earned your stripes.
Right. And so the whole lucky thing, like, even for me, how I even look at the word luck. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even really believe in luck. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even, to that extent. So somebody be like, you lucky. It's like, what you mean?
But you know what I heard somebody say? Luck is when preparation and opportunity meet. So even in that context, it ain't fate. Like, it ain't destiny. It's no, I'm prepared. And when I got my opportunity, I was ready.
Yeah. I heard that in basketball. I think I heard Shaq say that or something before. Or
I don't know if it's, but I've heard that. Like, I don't know if it was one of them.
Yeah, so I can, but yeah, definitely I can say this is probably definitely first home run. Like I said, number 3 must be nice was you can see either way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, depending on how you weigh it. So number 5, it says I could have been doing the same thing, but I got responsibilities.
That sounds like something you said, and I'm just playing. He's never said it to me. He's never said it to me. He's never said it to me.
Look. He's never said it to me. I was thinking about this. I was just like, yeah, like I'm looking like.
I do remember we had a certain Marco Polo conversation. But after that, though, like we both said what we had to say, and then afterwards we both came back and was like, okay, you know what, man, my bad. Right. But it was like, because I remember, like, I had to send you pictures of, like, the truck and everything, and you didn't know.
Right, I didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, man, you just drive, like, and then you saw, it's like, when you saw the pictures, like, okay, but then I said what I said, and then you was like, nah, look, I got to do this, I got to do that. Yeah. And so it's like, I didn't have the pictures, but when you were telling me everything you were doing, it's like, dang, like, okay. Like, maybe I'm down because I had to leave to go do my stuff. I wasn't seeing what you were doing. Right. And then on top of that, like when you talked about, man, this editing, and then you were just learning to edit and then. Yeah. And you was like, man, this ain't an easy process. It's like, man, I got kids running around and I still have to hop in on a Zoom meeting and, I got to take care of stuff. Like all of that's going on. Yeah. And so, but like we both was kind of like I was implying like, oh, well, if I was doing like you're doing, then I could just be on the phone posting these videos and everything like that. And then, you was like, well, I don't think you were saying it like I was saying it, but like we wasn't understanding. Right. But again, this definitely is a home run, I think.
You think
because,
so?
Well, yeah, because if somebody says that to you, they're implying that, that what you're doing doesn't have any value. Yeah. Like they're downplaying your accomplishment or what you're doing or your skill or whatever.
Right. Or saying, I mean, because I think I can relate to this just because of even the situation that I'm in now with, 4 kids, all 6 and under, you know what I'm saying? When you look at, certain things and, are, oh, you can, you got more time to do this and do that. I'm just like, I would, but the way my life's set up right now, twins, they ain't 2 yet. I got Tobias is 4. EJ just turned 6. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
The good thing is, like, they'll all be out of the house about the same time.
Yes, they'll all be coming out in the domino effect. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can see how this can be, hey, but then on the other side, it could be to me like facts. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably could, but just the way my life is set up right now, the responsibilities, I ain't really got the time. Just like case in point, just, when people talk about the dad bod and you know, you have, you know, kind of this stuff going on, it's like, look, sometimes the wifey don't want to cook. The kids want chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying? And so we trying to hurry up and get home. So I want to go over the Subway.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh. But we ready to get home. The babies, twins crying in the back. Just give me a number 2 also. You know what I'm saying? You getting the nuggets. Give me the what is it, the Wendy's double. You know what I'm saying? The Dave's double or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That joint is delicious though.
It's fine. You know what I'm saying? So you just like
you would rather have some of mama's cooking.
You'd rather have some of that.
But you get the double.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of one of those things. And so even when I look into that vein, it's like, you know what I'm saying? People, you know, it's definitely possible to have kids and still have a workout regimen and do all this stuff. But just from my eyes, from my experience, their kids are always older. You know, they got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds. Right. You know what I'm saying? But people, I'm in the trenches now. You know what I'm saying? The twins.
You in the trenches.
The twins are 1.5. You know, Tobias is 4. Man, let me just side note. My son, Tobias, is off the chain. This man is peeling off the wall, the paint off the wall, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I thought I was over this when you 4. Like, why are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Tobias is just a different animal. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you dealing with all this stuff, and so
because we don't know who's watching the podcast, we're not going to discuss discipline on it.
No. You know what I'm saying? Tobias is
definitely have to have a meeting on that one,
right? He's a different dude on that, but. You know, but number 5, I can definitely see on both sides, and right. I can definitely see the undertone of it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see how it couldn't be taken as any other way but that. So definitely,
yeah.
I would say number 4 and 5. You know, so to want to be like you when I grow up. What's up, Big Time? What's up, Hollywood? What's up, Player? What's up, Pimp? What's up? Like, yeah. I don't see that as, you know, man, must be nice. I don't see that either because, like you said, like that's how we talk,
right?
So the first 3 definitely get the poop. No, what we get? We gave must be nice to scale, right?
Yeah, that was
So it must be nice to scale. Depends.
Yeah, depends.
So we got 2 boo boos, 1 scale, and 2 home runs.
Yeah.
So that's like we pretty much at a half and half with the scale being the deadlock. So now number 6, how's your little business doing?
This is definitely a home run for me.
You think so?
I think because when you put the little in it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, you know, be like how your business going, but like how people are like how your little podcast going?
Okay.
Like, hey, why I gotta be little? Like what you know what I'm saying? Like this your little play thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you so, just
so I would put a scale on this one.
Okay.
But this is why.
Okay.
Cause like, remember when we first started the podcast and like, it's like, oh man, we got a little podcast up. Right. Like we would say that, and we weren't hating on ourselves.
Right.
But, and realistically, you know, don't get me wrong. Like we think it's everything, but like, let's just be real.
Right.
Like we was just celebrating 100 subscribers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
100 followers, 3,000 views. If you want to compare that on a big scale, it's not because guess what? You got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
I got to go to work in the morning.
Facts.
What do we call, like, if you got a girlfriend, but it's somebody what you say? Oh, I got a little giant. You know what I'm saying? I got a little side because it's not my main thing.
Right.
So generally, a lot of times when it's said, it's not to somebody who.
But we can say that though.
Yeah, no, we can say that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think the intent.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Because when we say it, it's not like if that's what you're doing all the time.
Yeah.
Like if we was podcasting all the time and somebody said y'all a little podcast, that'd be different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like this is what we do for a living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but even when I detail cars, I mean, you know, hey, a little bit because that's what because guess what? That wasn't my main source of income. That was my side hustle. Like if you have a side piece, it's a little jaunt, a little side piece, a little hustle. Like if you ever worked a main job, and I don't know if you ever worked 2 jobs before, but you know me, I'm the king of working more than one job.
Right.
Like I had my main gig. I never said, "Oh man, I'm at the little school." No, because that was the main gig. My other gig, my when I was doing security, I got a little side hustle.
Right.
Boys and girls, I got a little side gig. But the school was never a little nothing because that's my main joint. When I started the post, I can't say what the other job was, but when I was doing that was my little side joint,
man,
right? I couldn't say that. But so again, that's why I said the scale for me, because I see your point. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes people will try to downplay what you're doing. Yeah. But on the flip side, like I said, if somebody hears you say, "Oh, I got a little podcast," and then someone, "Man, how your little podcast going?" Or they repeat it, "Yeah, man, I was talking to JB, man, they got a little podcast going." It's not done, because I've heard people talk about it and they really be big up in somebody. Right. Yeah, it depends. And maybe we could say big podcast.
Right. I just say podcast.
Or podcast, but
I
think it's kind of a Freudian slip. Like we don't mean to downplay it, but I think that really depends on the context.
Just like with you're a rapper, an MC, just like people be like, but let's say when you were really in it, writing every day, doing all this, it's like, but your vision is, this is what I do. I might not get, paid from it, but I'm talented. You heard me before. Yeah. This is what I do. So
I was getting paid. It just wasn't enough to sustain.
to pay everything that you need to pay. So it's like, okay, well, how your little rapping thing going? You know what I'm saying? Right. You just like, dang, like, I put in hours with this, like hours that they don't know. So you can look at it like, like little, like, did you really have to put little in there to kind of, you know what I'm saying, make a point? But like for what you were saying, I can see, depends how you say it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the context of it, be like, okay, I see you got a little podcast going, bro. Like I see you doing what you do.
Because case in point, like if somebody doing something, it's like, oh, man, I made a little change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you say, I see you making a little change over there. Like you're not, again, because we don't understand words.
Yeah.
It's not, little does not necessarily mean small. Mm-hmm. It just, little can also mean in addition to.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Little can also mean it's not your main source or your main thing. Mm-hmm. And so, like a lot of times, like I said, depending on who's saying it, how it's said, when it's said, what the conversation is like, and that's why I said the scale for me, because I get it. Cause I have heard somebody like, oh, I see you got your little job. I see you got your little job, and can't nobody tell Calvin worked for McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You got your little job. Like, so yeah, definitely hate.
Or you can get like, you got a little lady that's trying to flirt with you or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I saw your little wife the other day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, putting up, you know what I'm saying? Like your little wife just like, it's kind of like, well.
Okay, so you been to the barbecue, right?
Yeah.
You bring the chick to the barbecue.
Yeah.
And your uncles be like, I see your nephew.
Yeah.
You got your little breeze, got your little joint, you got your little shit. They're not hating.
Right.
They're big up in you.
Right.
The well, I ain't gonna say hate, but it's like, when you didn't bring a little joint, because they be like, oh, okay, all right, nephew.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I hope y'all have fun. Like, if they don't see you,
if they don't
see you, you didn't do good. But when they see you, it ain't no hatred.
Nephew.
Right? I see you got your little job. Turn around one time. It's no hate. They're proud of you.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's just now because the climate that we live in, like anything that's not directly, overtly positive is automatically assumed to be negative because you're not kissing somebody's ass.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, but I'm not disputing what you're saying. Yeah. But I think I would say that's more so of a scale than either a home run or a boo-boo.
That could be a scale too. So number 7 is that it's not really hard to do.
I would give that one a home run.
Yeah, that's a home run.
Cause again, using the example of like when we first started, and you like, man, I be posting these, man. I need you to post. If I said that ain't really that hard, JB.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm hating.
Right. Yeah.
Or it's like, man, man, I won this award. I got this. Oh, it ain't all that. It ain't that hard.
Right. You won defensive player of the year.
Man, that's light work.
Yeah, the way the game set up today,
Right,
you know,
that's
you ain't, you know, it's like
right.
it's not really hard. Like, yeah, that's definitely a homie on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a homie. So
yeah, we don't even have to stay on that one because that's obvious.
Yeah, I think
it ain't really nothing to talk about.
I think that's pretty obvious.
All right, so the last one, and again, I 100% get a boo boo on this one. Like this is like I don't know if you can size it, but like this is like the big shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like this is like a pile of feces.
Yeah.
It says, "Don't forget about me when you blow up. Don't forget about me when you make it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is not. I don't see where the hate comes in that.
No, not even like I said,
you know what I'm saying?
These are
like
undertones. I don't even
yeah,
see
like
undertones.
I don't see an undertone because I have met people and I know people who have forgotten people
right
when they made it. The fact that I'm telling you to remember me,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So we get plenty of natural examples. I give you a biblical one, like so. And for those of y'all, you know, who don't read the Bible, y'all can skip past it. But so, like, remember when David was getting ready to kill old boy because he didn't give him some water or whatever, and so his wife came out there and like told him like, "Hey, you know, look, please spare us this, that, or whatever." And she said, "Remember me." And so then eventually, what ended up happening, like some years later, the dude died, and David remembered the kindness of the wife who, you know what I'm saying, like came out, you know, and did it.
That's good.
I'll give you another one. Rahab, when they marched around Jericho, you know what I'm saying? When Joshua and them marched around Jericho, Rahab hid the spies that were spying on Jericho to look at the city. And when the spies was leaving, she said, "Hey, remember me. Remember that I protected y'all and covered y'all." And they said that they remembered her when the city fell, like they got her and her family out. And she actually was like, I think it was David's great-great-grandmother or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like this random, what we would call a thought. You know what I'm saying? She was a whore. Yeah. She was a prostitute. She did something good and she's like, "Hey, don't forget me." And then I give you, those two was old, to give you the New Testament. Remember when Jesus was on the cross and the two crooks was on either side of him. And so one was like, "Man, you know what, man, you need, if you really the Son of God, man, get us down." The other one was like, "No, like, I believe in you. I believe you are who you say you are. Remember me." And he said, "Oh, you're gonna be right up there with me in paradise. I got you." So it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. Like we hear all the time, like, how can you take a phrase that where you say, like, if you don't know your past or you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. Right. What are you telling somebody to do? Remember. Yeah. What's the old commercial say? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Like, remember. Right. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you on that. Like, I don't see, you know, any undertone, you know, even kind of going, "Don't forget about me when you blow up." Just like, at no point, like, it's bigging up you. But like you said, even if you're quote unquote being fake about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say it could be an undertone of being fake, but not hating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely with you. I think, you know, that pretty much is, you know, that's definitely a boo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely.
So out of the 8, so we had 3 definite boo-boos.
Yeah, hold on, because the first one.
The first 2 was definite boo-boos.
Yeah, the first 2.
Number 8 was a boo-boo.
Yeah. We had 2 scales.
Yeah, the scales was number 3.
Number 3 and
number 6 was the scales, and then the home runs was 4, 5, and 7.
Yeah, well, actually, I thought 5 was, you know, could kind of go either way, but I do see how the undertone, you know what I'm saying, of hating too.
My bad, I take that back. No. We gave a did we get the scales to number 5?
Yeah, because I had kind of
because the home runs was 3.
Was 3 what 3 4 well,
3 7 and 3 and 7 for sure was
3 and 3 and 7
was for sure home runs.
Yeah, 3 and 7. So really just kind of two real home runs.
Yeah, 2 for sure home runs.
Yeah, two homies. And then
2 scales.
Yep.
And so 3 for sure boo-boos.
So definitely overall, I think we, kind of dissected this and was like, basically, this list don't really kind of hold much weight. You know what I'm saying? As far as from what it says, the undertone of hating.
And I think, man, we have just got to stop because somebody posts something and it sounds good.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to retweet it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to repost it.
Yeah.
And you don't really consider what's being said or who's saying it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, man, it sounds good. Oh, this person posted it. Like, let me retweet it, repost it.
Yeah.
And we don't individually, like, because we'll see the one for sure home run. And you're just going to like the whole list. And like what we had to do last week. Like, we looked at it, but we had to really go through and break down everything to see, like, how does it measure up? You know what I'm saying? And we are on two. A lot of people don't know. Like, I was telling somebody this, I was like, man, y'all, I said, we got a good chemistry on the podcast. I said, man, we bump heads more than y'all know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they don't see the text messages.
Right.
I said, or sometimes the text messages I don't respond to till a day later. Because sometimes when I see them, I be like, nigga. I be like, some of your text messages have undertone of hate. I'm gonna make a list of JB's text messages that have undertone of hate. But no, like, but. So I know sometimes we come together, but I know I know for a fact, like I can't even talk about it today, but I know for a fact he prayed for me because I done asked him to pray about some stuff.
For sure.
And I done followed up with him on some stuff that he done prayed about. And I pray for him as well and vice versa. He done asked me and I done got back, hey, how's that thing going? Yeah. But we don't always necessarily see eye to eye, but what we try to do is be objective.
Yeah.
And we try to look at the other person's perspective or points of view. And if you've watched our podcast, it'll be some times where JB has come back and said, man, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. You know my phrase. I concede. That means I flag. I wave a white flag. I have to admit, I didn't, you know what? I don't want to admit it, but you was right. Yeah. I was wrong.
Yeah.
But it takes a big person to do that. It takes, and with Father's Day coming up, we were raised like that. It takes a man or a real woman to acknowledge when they have fallen short or when they've made a mistake or when they've been wrong. And that's where the growth comes in. Yeah. And so we break down these lists because, again, I know y'all are watching this stuff. Y'all repost this stuff. Y'all retweet this stuff. Y'all share this stuff on Facebook. But please, please make sure you do your homework and you're not just rehashing stuff out that may get a big shit emoji.
Right. And so that's what I do want to say before we actually end this. I'm just been checking the scores, man. Actually, Playoff P has shown up. The Clippers are about to win. Paul George right now has 37 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists on over 50% of shooting. So I just want to give a shout out on that. I'll be on record as saying, that Playoff
hopefully,
P,
man, he is not Pandemic P and he is Playoff P.
He has shown up today. Now, when this actually comes out, I believe they'll be having another game either day before this or actually today. But as of right now, Game 5, Playoff P has shown up, y'all. 37 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists without Kawhi. So
that's what it is.
Yeah, give him his flowers on that, y'all. But until next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Arrivederci. Bow.
Keep it presidential.